Hello. We'll wait, give some people a couple of minutes to come in into the chat room so that we could talk about building a glass house. Hi, how you doing today? How do you pronounce your name? Gashby? Gash? That's a pretty name still. Hi, Gashby. How are you? You doing well today? Yes, I'm in America. Where are you? So what I was going to talk about is that, oh, you're from Jordan? Jordan in Israel? Or is there another Jordan? Oh, okay. That's a good thing. Hello, everyone. Say hello in the chat for me. Let me know that you're here so we can talk about about the glass house, how to build a glass house. If you're here, say hello in the chat for me. Oh, what type of ceramics? Oh, Christmas trees? Okay, what I had wanted to start with and talk about is how to okay, how to basically a glass house, what it is. A glass house is basically when you build a foundation and it's weak, it's made of glass, and that you're throwing stones at everyone else that's living in a sturdy foundation. For example, I have a friend, and she's married to this her husband that basically cheats on her. So her husband cheats on her, and then everybody goes around and tell her, "Hey, your husband is cheating on you. You know, I wouldn't take that, or I wouldn't live with him, and I wouldn't do all that." But the fact is that a lot of them are living in glass houses. They have glass foundations. And when I say glass foundations, is that their foundation is not sturdy, but they're telling everybody else that what you should do, you should leave that person. You shouldn't stay with that person because that person is not good enough for you, or that person is cheating on you. But even though their foundation is made of glass. So what this person did, basically, she still stayed with her husband. Her husband was a good provider. He took care of the house, and he never did bring anything around to for her to suspect that he was cheating with other women. It was that everybody else around him was and her was telling her that, hey, I saw your husband with this woman, and what you're gonna do about it. And she was like, I didn't see him, so I can't say what I'm gonna do with it. So she never did bring it to her husband about the adultery. So everybody that was around her had issues in their relationships. They still was basically living in a glass house. They did not have a sturdy house or anything like that. So she continued on staying with her husband. They was going through a lot of rough patches, but she still stayed with him. And the reason why they was going through the rough patches because of how he was raised. So she knew that she could not basically change her husband. She could not do anything. So she went to church, she praised God, and she worshiped God, and she raised her children to worship God and praise God. And then she also anointed her children, she anointed her husband. She did all those different things, but everybody else still kept on coming to her to ask her and to tell her, hey, your husband is cheating on you. But again, all of them was in glass houses. They did not have a sturdy foundation. And when I say sturdy foundation, is that she put God first. She did not put herself first. She did not put her feelings first. She put God first. So she basically continued on praising, worshiping, going to church. She kept on doing what she's supposed to do as a mother by taking care of her children, taking care of the household. She did a lot of things that she's supposed to do as a woman of God. And people would call and ask her, hey, can you come and pray for me? Because I want to have a baby. So when she went around, she went and she praised. She basically put laid hand on them. She told them what they need to do by worshiping God, put God first, and when his time, then God would give them a child. And usually that what had happened because God was using her for a gift. When people were sick, she they called, hey, can you pray for my son? Hey, can you pray for my daughter? She would take out the time to do what she's supposed to do, is worshiping and pray. And she would call her prayer partners so that they can pray for everybody that is needed for prayer at that time. So the people again kept on coming back to her saying, hey, I see your husband. He's still messing around. How could you stay? How could you stay with your husband? How can you be with your husband? But mind you, they still were living in a glass house. They did not have the foundation of God. They did not put God first. They did not put their emotions first. They only put out there basically what is not of God. So she stayed with her husband because she knew that her husband, she could not change him. She can only basically be there for him and to walk him through whatever he was going through. She dealt with whatever she dealt with when it came face to face. But if it did not come face to face with her, she did not try to do anything to basically embarrass her husband, embarrass her family. She did what she's supposed to do. So one day I asked her, I said, how can you still be with this person? And she said that when it's time for me to go, God will tell me. I don't move for my own feelings. I don't move when man tell me. She said I will move when God tells me. And at this point, she still has not moved. She is still with God. She is still with her husband. She still worship. She still prays God and Jesus. And yes, they are still married. Yes, he loves his wife and he show that he loves his wife. So what I'm coming down to and what I'm saying is that the fact is that we are so much living in glass houses, and what we try to do is go and break down a foundation that's made of brick and mud and stone. So we live in glass houses. We keep building these glass houses that it's easy to penetrate. Anybody can come in there and basically break the glasses because we allow them to. But she did not allow for a man, nor herself, nor her husband, basically to come in there to penetrate what they had because she was building a stern foundation. And that's what exactly what I have learned from that. So if you are a person and you living in a glass house, you need to start basically tear that glass house down, start building that foundation from the bottoms up, and stop going by what people tell you or people say, because everybody do not tell the truth. They do not. So it's best that you walk in the walk, talk in the talk that is needed for you to do. But do not rely on man, your emotion, and you let God lead you like how she did. And that's exactly what she told me. So thank you for coming to Let's Talk. Next time, bring some popcorn and sit next to me with doing my cozy next to my cozy fireplace, and bring some chicken wings or some ribs. Maybe we'll have a long conversation next time. And thank you for coming.